All right, let's see how you did here. So this one, we're looking to see if we did better with your head position and your hip predominantly here today first. Your setup does look better. All right, we're going to put the lines around you here. We got this one's important and that one. Okay, here we go. So let's see as you took the club back. Okay, you're right. So your hip came away from the head cover in the backswing. However, your head stayed where it belonged here, right? Because remember, you were lifting your head up, right? So that was better. The noodle's good for you in that. Then coming down, you feeling like your hip went back, it still could have gone more back. So you still didn't keep your hip line as much as you could have. It was percentage-wise better, but let's try again. So this time, a little bit more careful at keeping your hip on the head cover.
Okay.
And then going behind. Now here's the deal. Slow is better than fast with new motion, right? Look at me. If you wanted to get good at this, you would do it slow. And if you're succeeding, then you could assume that you could go faster, right? But if you're hitting your fingers, what would you say? You would assume that you should slow down, right? So it's all about getting the right motion and then repeating it and then doing it faster later. So take your time. Let's keep the hip better this time. So head still. You want it closer? Lower? Is it too high? I can make it lower here. Watch this. Like down here. Is that's probably better, right?
I think it needs to come up a little more because it feels like I'm away from the ball. Like right there.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So this way. Yeah.
All right, let's try that. So again here, so hip stays on the head cover and then goes behind the head cover. Head still. Keep your hip on the head cover and then behind it. Take your time. Not for power. I want quality here. Yep, you're good. Which part didn't you do?
I didn't do the lower hip at all.
You don't
didn't even turn.
on the
I was so concentrating on the takeaway that I didn't even move the hips. That's what it felt like.
On the downswing or backswing?
Backswing or anything. It just kind of stayed.
Okay, let's see.
It was like a fake turn. It was like a.
Gotcha. So you think you held it on the bag, but you didn't let it pivot.
Yeah.
Got it. Let's see if that's true. So what's interesting is it actually turned more than you thought. Look, it did turn, but your hip did stay there, right? Now coming back down, let's see what happened.
I pushed against it.
Yeah, coming down, you went towards it again, right? Now, this time, let's try something a little bit different here. So this time, get in your setup again. Okay, so some players, this can help. So I'm going to put a box here next to your shin. See how it's really close here? Now, your leg is going this way too much, Dom?
Mm-hmm.
You need it to feel like it goes where more? Behind it, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so behind the box. So your knees got to go back behind the box more is the feeling. All right, let's try again here. Here we go. So head on the needle stand. Keep your hip on the head cover in your backswing. And then hip behind the box coming down. Hip and knee go behind that box. Take your time. All right, let's see if this is closer to the idea. Hang on a moment. And once again, as we're working on some of this stuff, the ball really is irrelevant at first here. We got to get your body positions right. So we're going to get the ball soon. But obviously, if you are keeping your lines better, you will naturally hit the ball more consistently because there's fewer variables, right? There's fewer moving parts. Okay, so let's see here. Going back on this one, Dom. You go back. This time you did keep your hip better in the backswing and your head position. Just so you know, that alone is worth our today. Meaning, some students, that's a huge thing where weeks go by and they keep coming in, and their head's moving and their hips moving in the backswing. If you move your head and your hip out of position in the backswing, then you have to compensate somehow, right? And so this alone on the right, that's significantly better because now, of course, you're maintaining your spine angle. Now let's see as you came back down, let's see where that left leg went and left hip. Okay, now still, it's not, see how you're not pushing it back enough now.
Push it back. Okay.
Watch this a second. Watch me from this view. Ready? Look. We don't want the right hip going this way. We want the left hip going back. Do you see the difference here? So it's like your left, it's like your, Greg Norman calls it the left hip pocket back.
Okay.
The idea that the hip goes back. So let's do this. Without a ball once, can you do one where we put the hip in the right spot, then we'll do it with the ball again? So if you would, please set up again.
You want the full swing?
Yep, you can do a regular swing, but I want you to be really cautious about where you're putting that left knee and that left hip when you're coming down. So keep it on the head cover, and then it's got to go back behind the head cover. Take your time. Not full speed, something easy and good quality. Your hip came off already.
Yep.
Try again. Keep it on there, and then it's got to go behind it. Ah, now that was different, I thought. Let's see if that's a different position for your hip. Let's see.
Good drill to practice at home.
Right? I know, this is tricky. The bag on the hip's a good one, though.
Yeah.
That's the predominant. That's the main. I really think where
I
you.
can feel myself pushing.
Really?
When I'm in the swing, I'm like, damn it. When I'm coming down, I'm like,
You're fighting yourself,
Yeah.
right? I know. It's part of it too. Look,
but I like the way my head is not. It's not jumping up. It's not dipping down.
totally. It helps you get more stability here. Now let's see coming down. Now that was your best job. Look, look, look. So this one, without the ball, really watch where your hip went. See how the left hip isn't sliding?
Yep.
Because it's not sliding. Where's your butt?
It's still on the line.
It's-
It's trying to kick out.
It's on the line. And look, because now there, look, where's your hip? Now this one, you moved your head off the noodle. Try to keep it against it.
Okay.
But look where your butt was. It was back better because the hip went where more?
More to the back.
Behind, right. And it's got to feel that way. It feels like the hip is going that way toward the white wall.
Yeah, because I got no butt, so I ain't.